Chef Jeff, this is our first time working together.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing me such a beautiful recipe.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. I'm so delighted to cook with you today. We're going to have a lot of fun.
What are we making?
So we are going to do some light, clean eating, something really simple. A lot of these ingredients you already have in your own home. So this is going to be a beautiful salmon that's going to be over a nice roasted butternut and fennel puree. We have some sauteed seared bok choy and leeks, some pickled cucumbers. Everything is coming together on this plate.
It sounds delicious, but honestly, it looks fancy. Are you sure that like a home cook like me could make this?
Hey, we haven't cooked yet together, but I'm going to show you that this is a dish that you can cook at home, and you can do this. Anybody has all of these tools at their arsenal, and this is the way we do things around here.
Good, I like it. I'm trusting you. So what is the first thing I should do?
So let's go ahead and start bringing all the flavors together for our baby bok choy and our leeks. So we've got a beautiful miso paste and ponzu marinade that we want to do. So let's go ahead and put those gloves on.
So this is raw leeks.
Yep, we washed it and we cleaned it, so that way then it's just
and raw bok choy. Perfect. And so we're going to marinate our veggies. Do we want to leave them marinating for very long?
You know, it all depends on how much flavor you want to bring into it there. So at least 15 minutes when you're doing this at the house would be a really nice way to do that.
Perfect.
Because again, you're going to be hitting it with a high temperature of your frying pan, so it's going to sear off everything, but you want to bring those flavors in. So I'm going to go ahead for you and get your frying pan going here. And all we want to do here is just bring it up to about a medium.
So do I just kind of massage them?
That's it. Just bring it all in, really work it all the way around.
Oh, man.
And again, this is going to take on heat, so it's going to move around. It's going to soften. So really make sure you get it all in, tops to the bottoms, work your way through it.
All right, so the flavor of this with the ponzu and the miso paste is going to be citrusy, sweet.
The ponzu is definitely going to bring out a nice little bit of a citrus bite to this, and that's going to really bring out a nice contrast to all the other elements that are on this dish. So you're going to have some beautiful flavors that are going to come through, and we got about a medium-high heat.
Okay, perfect.
So we should be good. And I'm starting to hear that nice little bit of sizzle.
Do I want to break it?
It's going to actually do the work for you. You can if you want to. If you have a longer stalk of it, you absolutely can. But we're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to kind of twist it a little bit. But if it starts to come out of your frying pan at home,
then break it.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, perfect.
And don't be afraid to throw a little bit more of that nice little bit of marinade.
Don't want to waste
the
marinade, for
Get
sure.
a nice little bit of a drizzle here for you.
It already smells so good. Okay, perfect.
And that's going to bring out a nice umami flavor to it as well, because this is really going to bring out some beautiful bits here.
So while I do that, do you want to put the salmon on?
I certainly do. I certainly do. So right here we've got just a nice salmon that we've scored. And a really important thing when you're working with a salmon or any fish that's going to have a nice skin to it is you want to make sure that it creates a nice crust. Here it's going to be able to separate and have everything not contrast and start
because you scored it?
Exactly.
Oh, so it won't shrink.
Exactly. So we're going to get this pan nice and hot here because it's all about the presentation of that skin side.
So for the skin to look nice and crispy, the pan's extra hot and you put its skin down.
Bingo.
Got it.
And the rest is going to be on that cook side. So here's really you want to let it be, monitor that time, and then the cook is really going to be on the opposite side because that's going to be hidden inside the plate.
Perfect. So you're going to put it for a quick sear and then cook it mainly on the other side.
Yep. So let's go ahead and just pass over my nice little bit of a seasoned rub here. So we've got some za'atar, we've got a little bit of harissa in here, some salt, some pepper, a little bit of cumin, and we're just going to do a nice little bit of a coating here on top here, and we're just going to make sure that it kind of falls in, makes a nice little crust when it hits that nice oil here.
All right, so you made this ahead of time.
I did.
This is butternut squash and?
A beautiful roasted butternut squash and fennel puree. So what we wanted to do here is roast it, a little bit of some garam masalas in there. We've got some harissa in there, some chili powder, really nice warm flavors.
Now I'm going to copy the dish that you already prepared.
Let's go for it.
I did a little mound. Now you told me I just need to take the spoon and go like that?
That's it. You're working with a round plate. So this takes the whole idea of your protein, your vegetable, your side, that would have been so separated all together.
All right, so I'm going to grab my veggies, put them on there.
Perfect. And we just want to kind of nicely put them down softly in there. So that way then we can kind of create that nice little bit of a ball to it there. So if you want to twist it a little bit, you can. And we can throw a little bit of our nice chickpeas in there as well. We've got some toasted chickpeas. Because we roasted our beautiful butternut squash for 40 minutes at an oven of 425, half of that time, the final 20 minutes, we just threw in some chickpeas. Brings out a nice little bit of nuttiness behind it. It brings out some toasted flavors to it there, a nice little hint of that season to it.
I rolled the pickles into little ribbons as Chef Jeff taught me.
Look at that.
I'm going to take some chickpeas So I love that this isn't all separate. It's kind of all together.
It really is. It's
And
cohesive.
then our salmon goes on
What's
top.
really cool is that what's really going to bring out all these elements that bring that cohesive together is actually that Greek yogurt. It's going to bring that nice, natural, cooling flavors that you want from that dish.
Perfect. So let's get our salmon on there.
Love
and
it.
we will be good
we
to
are
go.
ready here.
So that cooked 4 minutes on the other side, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Nice high hot heat pan.
Oh yeah. Let's put some flowers, edible
You
flowers.
gotta go
on
for
it,
the
'cause
edible
we wanna
flowers.
be
You know what? I'll help you out too. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of orange zest, and that's gonna be really cool. If you pass over the microplane there,
Sure.
I'll work here from
And
a distance.
that is the last thing.
And that's just gonna bring nice little acid back into this dish, and these oils have all that flavor.
Voila. Home cooks, you can do it. Chef Jeff just taught us how. Thank you. Now we eat.
Now you eat.
Yeah.